Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Ferrari at Tampa Bay, and boy oh boy, do we have something new from Maranello. This is the all-new 2021 Ferrari Roma. But before we dive into this new Italian sports car, let's talk about what's going on here. Ferrari. That name just carries something a little bit extra special that no other brand does. Going back to the early years where Enzo played such a big role, so many amazing models. I mean, my ultimate dream Ferrari, if money was no object, actually dream car would be the Ferrari F40. What's wonderful about this Roma is that it's taking styling from the past, but putting a 21st century flair on it and bringing a ton of new technology. This vehicle is a 2+2 seater, and what's wonderful is that you have that twin turbo V8 that's a front mid-engine, yes, front mid-engine because it sits behind the front axles to give you such a performance level, but also a driving engagement that's second to none. So let's go ahead, let's dive into this 2021 Roma and find out, is it the best 2+2 sports car in the world? Right off on the bat, when you're looking at the Roma, you see connections. Like I said, the 550 Maranello, the 250 GT Lusso. I see it in the design. Starting up front, love what they did with the headlight design. They went really slim. Everything, of course, full LEDs. You can see your LED daytime running lamp, which actually expands all the way into the side front fascia there. As we drop down, you're not gonna get fake vents on a Ferrari. You're getting full functional venting. I love the wire mesh, the way that they brought out this lower lip spoiler or splitter, gives us downforce and scoops gobs of air into those different areas. We continue across the front. Such a unique grille design. You can see all the intricate work that's been done, everything fully functional. The chrome prancing horse. You do, of course, have a forward-facing camera. More of that wire mesh and the extension, the way it extends off the front fascia is gonna act like a shovel just to get all that air in there and produce a ton of downforce. Because one thing that I like about many of the newer Ferraris is that they produce all this downforce and they don't have big crazy wings stuck to the back of them. You do have that classic prancing horse, the Ferrari logo, the Italian tricolore, Italian flag colors, so much history, goes back so many decades. As we go up onto the hood, look at that nice rise all the way up the center. This reminds me of the 250 GT. That rise there, the great shape, all this curve. It's like somebody just simply said, you know what, we're not gonna design this with a computer whatsoever. We're just gonna design it from a solid piece of clay with our bare hands. Because boy, oh boy, do I want to rub my bare hands all over the curves of this beautiful Italian car. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. So you're going to get this really clean design, split spoke. You have metallic dark gray, the prancing horse in the center. If you're wondering, well, what's the size of this wheel? This is a 20-inch wheel, 245 on the width up front, 35 series sidewall. Look at those massive rotors. Carbon, ceramic brake rotors from Brembo. Those calipers, 6-piston calipers, are going to squeeze down, and I'm telling you, this thing is going to stop on a lira and give everybody change. I promise you that. Underneath all four corners, you're going to get that magnetic ride suspension, going to give us the optimum damping, whether it's the compression, the rebound, no matter if you're on a racetrack or you're on your daily commute to work, because this car is meant to be a daily driver, even though it is a Ferrari. Now, as we work our way into the fenders, the simple touches that Ferrari does, the side marker light, LED, they don't care about making it flush, they just stick it where they want to stick it, and I like that. That's really showing that they go their own way. They're not trying to blend in where everybody else. You have that color match blue Roma color on the mirror caps, a little bit of gloss black, and boy oh boy, what a beautiful fastback roof line into the rear glass. I love the quarter window, the way they have flush mounted door handles. That's something new. A lot of times they kind of still had that door handle that would extend out a little bit. Look at the side sill, the way it drops down. And one thing that really just screams pure Italian sex is the short overhangs. It doesn't have a large front overhang or a large rear overhang. It's really tidy. Now when we get to the rear, you can see that flared out fender. Out back, of course, with this being rear wheel drive, we have a little bit wider wheel and tires. So you're looking at 285, still gonna get those carbon ceramic rotors. Remember, that is gonna give you such optimum braking capability. that was developed by Ferrari on the Formula One racetrack, and here it is on our street cars. Coming around out back, look at the beautiful line. This line that they just lightly creased into the sheet metal, coming to the taillights. I've never seen a design like this. Look at the way they kind of fold up into the fender, and then you're gonna have that quad tip exhaust staggered, and guess what? They promise, and we're gonna find out, Ferrari promises that you're gonna get one heck of a V8 Ferrari sound, even though this is a twin turbo V8 coming out of the exhaust. You got your prancing horse, the Ferrari logo up top, and then as we work our way down, a massive diffuser. Remember, like I told you, the way Ferrari develops downforce is from underneath the vehicle, really sucking it down. But why don't we pop the hood and check out that mid-engine twin turbo V8. All right, guys, we got the hood open. Look at how low that V8 sits in the chassis. Look at how low everything just simply is. It's all about getting that center of gravity. I really think it's so awesome how they put this little number plate here, this chassis number plate, the wire mesh. Everything is beautiful from outside to inside. Talk about inside, check out the red powder coating on that intake plenum with the Ferrari logo on there. Absolutely sexy. This is what I'm talking about. That's how an engine needs to look. It just really separates itself from the rest of the pack. Now it's a 3.9 liter twin turbo V8. You're looking at 611 horsepower, 560 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed DCT. Remember, we are rear-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. Top speed, 199 miles an hour. MPG, 17 in the city, 22 on the highway, and the car weighs around 3,450 pounds. Now, one of the great things, like I said, when you pop the hood, just seeing the beautiful work that they did to the cam covers, the intake plenum, the runners, that's what separates Ferrari. You could go get your C8 Corvette and save yourself a lot of money, but that's just something a little different that you're not gonna find in your C8 Corvette. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this twin turbo V8 and see if Maranello is right when they say that they got a great sound in this Roma. All right, guys, we're in the 2021 Ferrari Roma. It's just an unbelievable, incredible feeling for me to be in another brand new Ferrari. I never thought in a million years that I'd be able to sit behind the wheel of any Ferrari, let alone a brand new one. I remember being a kid, sitting in my marine biology class, hiding my issues of Car and Driver inside my book so it looked like I was reading about the sea life. But boy, oh boy, I was reading about a different kind of animal, the prancing horse from Ferrari, especially those Ferrari F40s. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, this car is amazing. And guess what? You're right. From the outside to under the hood, wait until you see this interior. I know you're at that point where you're like, Joe, well, how much does this cost? You're looking at around, with the way that this one is optioned, MSRP around $285,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Let's go to the door panels. Love the two-tone material going on. You have that nice tan with the darker leather, small little door pocket there. You might be able to get a cannoli or two in there, and that massive aluminum speaker cover with the JBL sound system. This shouldn't even come with a radio because you're gonna have the sweet sound of that twin turbo V8. We go to the dash. Look what the passenger has. They have a full infotainment system just for themselves, all touchscreen. They could see what the tach is doing, your speed, all that kind of stuff. AC controls, all from their own seat. I love that touch. Look at the Roma script, the hand stitching that's been done, even the way they shape the AC vents, the beautiful design that flows into this massive center console. Now you're gonna have an all new 8-inch infotainment system. Obviously we have our AC controls up, but it is all touchscreen, which is wonderful, easy to use. And then as you toggle down, a little bit of chrome, and this is gonna get you into reverse. You got your inboard switch gear for your windows. And then as you keep working your way down, you have a little bit of a cup holder. Let me show you the key fob in this pre-production. Now, the actual key fob for your own Roma, this will have the actual Ferrari logo, the real deal with the yellow and the tricolore and the whole 9 yards. But very, very small, very light. One cup holder, but you're not drinking in my Ferrari. You better guzzle it, and then maybe I'll let you in once you do at least one burp to let me know you're not going to throw up in my Ferrari. You're not doing that. Love the leather. Open this up. Guess what? You got enough room for 4 Twinkies, a USB, a 12 volt, and some LED lighting. And if you don't want Twinkies, you can put a couple Snickers in there. Seats, one piece back. Look at the beautiful Ferrari embroidery. Just the way it's all curved, wonderful. Even the bottom portion, look at the size of it. So this is really a Ferrari to fit many types. Now, I know I promised you that this was a 2+2, and it is, but those seats, they're too tight. There's no way I'm gonna get back there. That's like if you had a teddy bear. If you had a teddy bear and you want to bring it in your Ferrari and you don't want it to sit up front, you could throw it in the back seat. Or if you have a small kid, I'm not getting back there. There's just not enough room. Ferrari's talking to me right now, which is kind of cool. Thank you. Come home with me. That's what I'm saying. Tons of headroom. I love the leather and the headliner. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind this all-new steering wheel in this Ferrari Roma. All right, guys. Here we are. Business time behind the wheel. Love the Ferrari name with the aluminum plate here. You do have 3 memory seat settings. Here's your seat controls. Look at your pedals. All that beautiful aluminum. I even love the panel that they do so that you don't rip up the carpet as you go on throttle, off throttle. Nice large dead pedal. Look at all the switch gear. Everything is a TFT display now. Really brings it 21st century. And then this steering wheel and dash, you actually have your start stop button. That's a TFT button in the display. Look at our Maranello switch, the little switch, the LED colors, absolutely beautiful. No turn signal stalks, everything is built in. And then the massive paddles. They look like surfboards. They're bolted to the steering column as they should be. So no matter where you're at, you could go up and down that automatic transmission. And then if your friend said to you, hey, come check out the 12-inch dash in my Jaguar F-Type, or hey, I got a C8 Corvette, look at my digital dash. Are you ready for this? You could say to them, 12 inches, I got 16 inches. Beautiful 16-inch digital display. Love the graphics, love the font. That bright yellow tack screams all the way to 7,500 RPM. That's what Ferrari is all about, and that's what they're bringing to the table. Look at this. This is like Cinderella's shoe. I'm Cinderella, and I'm putting on the shoe. Yes, fits just right. Wonderful. Let's go ahead. Since we're not doing the back seat, Lori was able to show you how small it is. Let's see what kind of trunk space we have in this Ferrari Roma. All right, guys, we're gonna get into the trunk. You hit the button twice on the key fob. That's gonna pop it up, and what's nice is that you have some usable space. Can you put a set of golf clubs in here like on a C8 Corvette? No, but they did take into consideration you're gonna use this as a daily driver, and the seats fold down, so you do have that pass-through capability. One thing I wanna really showcase on the back is here's all the personalization specifications on this particular car. So like those touches that you're only gonna get with Ferrari. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. All right, guys, it's been an amazing day here at Ferrari Tampa Bay. I definitely got to thank Matt, Ryan, the rest of the crew, getting us access to this all new. This is a pre-production 2021 Ferrari Roma. What can I say? I mean, the way it's designed, the power, the performance, and that ability to use it as a daily driver, that really makes this Ferrari such a standout and definitely really at the top of the list for ultimate sports car. But if you want to keep seeing cars like these on Raised Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Raised Rise merch. Got to give it up to my wonderful wife, Lori, working that camera like a champ. Show her some love in the comments. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.